Landlord of the Champions League are out. Another quarter-final exit over 2 seasons. Last season, it was with Arsenal. Arsenal defeated Real Madrid. They crashed out of the Champions League. This season, yet again, it is Bayern Munich who has crashed Real Madrid out of the Champions League. Do Bayern Munich stand a chance of winning the Champions League this season? One decision, just one decision, can change the outcome of a football game. And that decision tonight came from the referee. With all due respect to every football fan watching this, was that a red card to Camavinga? That particular decision changed the whole outcome of the game. After that particular red card, few minutes later, I think it was less than 5 minutes later, 2 goals from Bayern Munich gave them the victory over Real Madrid tonight. Real Madrid came into this game with so much hope. Real Madrid came into this game with so much determination. Real Madrid came into this game with so much belief that they could turn the tide over, because they've done it. They've done it over the years. Real Madrid are the landlord of the Champions League. They've done it over and over and over in the last couple of seasons. But with the exit of Real Madrid in the last 2 years from the quarterfinals, do you think Real Madrid are still that team that you would call that yes, they are the favorite to win the Champions League even before the competition starts? Because at this point, it's looking like Real Madrid are declining at this point. With the sack of Alonso during the start of the season and all of that, with Arbeloa coming into the season to salvage the situation, with how they managed to get over Benfica in the playoffs. They are not even supposed to play the playoffs. They are supposed to qualify directly into the next stage. They had to play the playoffs. Now coming into this tie and everything, it was such a very difficult moment for Real Madrid this season. Do you think Real Madrid are declining at this point? Because trust me, you expect Real Madrid to get minimum normally the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. But tonight has shown that Bayern Munich are a force to reckon with in the UEFA Champions League and this season. Because a team that has scored 109 goals in all competitions this season, they are the real deal. A team that has scored that amount of goals, with the likes of Harry Kane scoring goals for fun, with the likes of Harry Kane getting more than 50 goals already this season, in the likes of Luis Diaz scoring goals for fun, with the likes of Kimmich being the anchor in midfield, and also Michael Olise getting goals and assists this season. See, goals are coming from everywhere for Bayern Munich this season. With the way they are playing, with the way Bayern Munich has, with their form in defense for Upamecano and Jonathan Tah, in midfield for Kimmich and Pavlovic, in attack, do they stand a chance of winning the Champions League this season? They have a very good team, and what company is doing over there in this club is fantastic to me. Now the game started with an early goal from Real Madrid. Now it was a mistake for Manuel Neuer, cost them that first goal, in the first 40 seconds of the game. At that moment, the tie was level. At that moment, I was expecting Real Madrid, to give it their all. At that moment, they concede, in the 6th minute, to Pavlovic with a very easy corner on easy set piece. Now, from that moment on, it was another free kick from Adagula, who was fantastic today, by the way. Got a free kick and he slotted into the top corner for Bayern Munich at this point, for Real Madrid at this point. The Bayern Munich came back again with an Harry Kane goal, which was fantastic, by the way. Before the end of that first half, Kylian Mbappe got another goal for Real Madrid, and he made it 3-2. At that moment, Real Madrid was flying. At that moment, the tie was set. So at that moment, I was expecting Real Madrid to come into the second half and give it their very all. Just one goal at that point will seal the victory for Real Madrid. But the second half started, and it was 50-50 at that point. In fact, at that moment, Bayern Munich dominated. The whole of the second half, I saw a total domination for Bayern Munich. I saw a Bayern Munich who wanted to win this game. I saw a Bayern Munich who was so determined, to win this game. They took the game to Real Madrid. Real Madrid was keeping a mid-block, not a low block, a mid-block. Because at that point, every opportunity was a counter-attack for Real Madrid. I was seeing Real Madrid using the wings more. Yes, they don't have a point number 9. They don't have a 9 that will stay there to do the hold-up plays and everything. But you could see the movement of Vinicius Junior, the movement of Mbappe was causing problems for Upamecano and Jonathan Tah. And kudos to those defenders, because they kept those players at bay. Now, at that point, there was just one decision, and that decision from the referee to give Camavinga a red card. Was that a red card for Kamavinga? Yes, he delayed the restart. Yes, he carried the ball to delay the restart, which every player does. But when the referee knows that this player already have a red card, a yellow card already, what's the need of giving him a red card again or a second yellow at that point? It was such a very, very biased and harsh move from the referee. At that moment on, I saw the demoralization in this Real Madrid team, and from that moment on, they went ahead to concede again from Luis Diaz, who has been on a very good run of form this season. And just before the end of that game, just when Bayern Munich was supposed to keep the ball and seal up the game because it was few seconds to go, Michael Olisa did what he has always done this season. He got the ball and he found the far corner. He did that 3 times already in this game, but he couldn't get it. But he did it yet again and he got it, and he got a goal, making it 5-3. This was a particular performance, fantastic performance, I must say, from Bayern Munich. Should do everything possible, not just to only qualify, but to win in this particular tie. Let me know what you think concerning this game. Do Bayern Munich stand a chance of winning the Champions League from this point on? Share your thoughts in the comment section. For Manuel Neuer, he was rescued tonight. Just imagine Bayern Munich lost that game tonight. And Manuel Neuer with all those mistakes. Remember, it was not just one mistake. There was another mistake in which he tried to use his leg foot, to give a pass, and he was caught out in midfield yet again, and all of that. See, for Manuel Neuer, he's super experienced. Right now in the world of football, Manuel Neuer is the most experienced goalkeeper, who is 41. I think he's even older than his coach at this point. But with what Manuel Neuer did tonight, do you think he should continue being the number 1 goalkeeper at Bayern Munich? If Bayern Munich has lost that game, because he's still good, he's still experienced, he's still giving us saves at this age. But I think Manuel Neuer was saved tonight. The victory over Real Madrid was not just for the Bayern Munich fans, but also for Manuel Neuer. That mistake was uncalled for. Yes, Manuel Neuer is prone to mistake. If you've watched Manuel Neuer for a long time, you would know that he's prone to mistake. He can make series of mistakes, but that is how good he is also. As he's making the mistake, he's also extremely very, very good, as a goalkeeper. But let me know what you think about that game also. Now, where do Real Madrid go from here? What happens next for Real Madrid? Because they need a total rebuild in that team. They need a real overhaul in terms of management, not in terms of the players. Now they have a very good core of players, or a very good squad. But what happens, with the management of Real Madrid? Because at this point they are fighting for nothing. They are out of every other competition. They've slipped deep, in the La Liga. You don't expect Barcelona to lose 3 games or 4 games in a row, and for Real Madrid to climb up at this stage. So let me know what you think. Do Real Madrid have any other thing to fight for this season? Share your thoughts in the comment section, because it was a very, very disastrous season for them after they sacked Alonso, which to me I think was a wrong decision for them. They should have addressed the whole issue internally, but I think this Champions League was the only competition they were fighting for, and for them to lose it in this manner, it is a very, very sad one for Real Madrid. But share your thoughts concerning this whole situation for Real Madrid. Another game that was played today was Arsenal against Sporting. Now for Arsenal, they would be playing in their second semi-final in 2 years, which they stand a chance to play in the Champions League final for the first time in 20 years. This is a very, very huge opportunity for Arsenal. And the positive thing for Arsenal is they've beaten this Atletico Madrid side at home this season. So there's an opportunity in terms of psychology that, yes, we've done it already this season. We can't do it again. But the group stage or the league phase, mind you, is not the same thing as the quarterfinal or the knockout stage of Champions League football. Look at Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Look at how the game went. It was sheer determination for Atletico Madrid, and they defeated Barcelona. But the game against Arsenal will be super tough, because it stands a chance for a team that has not played in the final of the Champions League for a long time. I think the last time Atletico Madrid played in the Champions League was over 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. So it is a huge opportunity for Atletico Madrid or for Arsenal to play in the final of the Champions League. So that game is going to be super tough. But for Arsenal, it was a very good one tonight, against Sporting. Arsenal was not at their best. In fact, Arsenal played more defensively than anybody actually expected. A lot of people expected Arsenal, due to the fact that they've won their away game, a lot of people expected Arsenal to go ahead and win this game. But that's not how the Champions League is. And also, let's not forget that Sporting did a remontada or did a miracle against Bodo Glimt. They lost the first leg 3-0. They came back, they won that game 5-0 at home. So playing against Arsenal, I was expecting Sporting to give Arsenal a run for their money. But I never expected Arsenal to draw blank and not to even score a single goal. That is the surprise the Champions League gives to you. But let me know what you think concerning Arsenal's performance. I saw that the performance was super poor today. They didn't give their all in attack. They were not creative. They were not positive. This shows the Arsenal current form and what the way they've been playing in the last couple of games. But do they stand a chance of playing in the final of the Champions League? Let me know what you think about that and share your thoughts in the comment section. For Mikel Arteta, it is 2 games away to play in the final of the Champions League and 6 games, to win the Premier League also. So let me know what you think. Do Arsenal stand a chance of winning both competitions or bottling both competitions? Let me know what you think about that and share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to follow this page, like and share this video. If you're new to this channel, please support me by subscribing. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Say your mind in the comment section, whether you agree with me or you disagree. Let me know in the comment section. Till I come your way again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool.